Okay, welcome back. Last time we did stuff in and around Mistralton City. So we went out onto Route 7 and we caught ourselves a Tranquil. Then we went up to the Celestial Tower and caught ourselves a Litwick. However, while we were doing stuff in the Celestial Tower, we did tragically lose our Gothorita, which honestly, it's an unfortunate loss, but honestly it was also probably the most expendable of the Pokemon that we had. Now, in today's episode, the plan is quite simple. The plan for today's episode is beat the Mistralton Gym and make our way to Twist Mountain. Honestly, I don't think that'll take the full, half hour for the episode, but fortunately, after we arrive at Twist Mountain, we will get access to everyone's favourite HM, Surf. And Surf basically just gives us access to, new areas and stuff. So, I guess we can do a little bit of a regional cleanup after that. So, first things first, the plan for this gym is focus entirely on Bulldor and try to get to level 37 before I get to Skyla. Because, obviously, it will evolve at level 37. Normally it's a trade evolution, but obviously I have trade evolutions turned into just regular ones, because trade evolutions are stupid. Honestly, I've always thought trade evolutions were incredibly stupid. I know why they are there. They're there solely to go, hey, trade with your friends, and so who have the other game, but it's but isn't that what the version exclusives are for? There's no real in-the-world explanation as to why I should need to trade my Pokemon to get it to evolve. That makes no sense. At a fundamental level, that makes no sense to me. Anyway, we got critted by that Air Slash, and that kinda sucks, not gonna lie. Okay, so a second Tranquil comes out. I'm just gonna go for a Rock Slide. This one goes for Detect. Honestly, I'm not gonna risk it. I'm not gonna risk getting critted by an Air Slash again, so I'm just gonna go out to Ixion. Honestly, 10 out of 10. We're off to a great start when our Bulldor's struggling to beat 2 Tranquils. Honestly, send over Tranquils at the same time. Just let me hit them with Rock Slide. Can this thing please stop detecting? There are a few things in this game that irritates me more than, detect/protect usage. It's just just let me hit you. You aren't winning this fight. Also, okay, so he just went for Razor Wind, and I'll be real. Why is Razor Wind a normal type move? It should be a flying type move. Wind equals air, wind equals air equals flying. That's the way I've always looked at it. Because, Air Cutter is a flying type move. Why isn't Razor Wind? Okay, so let's go for Moo Moo Milk to quickly patch up our Bulldor, who, just struggled fighting 2 Tranquils. Probably because of a crit, but still. Also, this guy, you don't have to fight him. You normally only fight him if you go out of your way to do so, or if you go the wrong way. And obviously, I've played this game enough times to know where to go. So yeah, I'm gonna fight this guy intentionally so I can get more EXP, and hopefully we can not run out of PP and not get flinched to death or anything. I just shouldn't talk. Maybe I shouldn't talk. So hey, what if I didn't get flinched? Gets flinched immediately. On the plus side, I don't think this Ducklet seems to have... Yeah, this Ducklet mustn't have a water-type attack, because it would have used it if it did. Anyway, Anticline goes up level 34, so we are 3 levels away. And honestly, I feel like I can probably just go for a Rock Blast on this. Amnesia is going to do absolutely nothing to benefit them. Because, well, what could it do? It's boosting its special defense against a physical attacker, and 3 rocks knock it out. Of course, the last one crits when it was at 1% HP. Okay, no, it's probably 2% or something. Still, very low. At a completely pointless thing. And also, I'm gonna be totally honest, this is by far the most unsafe gym we've dealt with so far. Because, obviously, okay, the first gym, what's the worst that could happen? Maybe the waiter trips and spills some soup on you or something? Or maybe you trip over or something? Yeah, not in any real danger in the first gym. Second gym, worst, absolute, most unlikely but possible worst case scenario is oh, a bookcase fell. Third gym, it's okay, you managed to get yourself stuck in a wall. That kinda sucks. Which could actually be genuinely very dangerous. The fourth gym, can I please stop getting critted? The 4th gym, the 4th gym I imagine would actually have, like, a degree of safety, like, measure on it, because it is on a roller coaster. Like, it is a roller coaster after all, so I imagine they, like, keep track of it, like, do regular maintenance and everything to make sure everything's working so it doesn't, like, derail or anything. 5th gym, it's a mine, but since Clay sits, like, right at the bottom of the mine, and seems to be pretty content down there, I can't imagine that there's any, like, problems. Like, they don't need to worry about the canary or anything down there, so I think they're okay. Then you have the 5th gym, which... No, wait, the 5th gym was Clay's one, never mind. Okay, we barely live. I'm gonna swap out, because safety reasons. Let's go back to Ixion. I'm suddenly starting to think maybe I'm not gonna get Bulldog or to evolve in time. Yeah, and then you get to this one, and it's like, so what's this gym's puzzle? We're gonna shoot potential challenges out of a cannon? Oh, just for once? No. They're gonna go through, like, 8 or 9 cannons. That sounds hilarious. That sounds horrendously unsafe. And then, they double down on it. Because this gym is unsafe. This gym is hilariously unsafe, in fact. It gets more unsafe in Black and White 2. Like, the Black and White 2 version makes this look safe. Because in Black and White 2, you go in. Like, in Black and White 2, you come in, and you see you're on a raised platform immediately. Like, you can see down below there is a plane, so evidently you're already, like, really high up. Like, there's a noticeable gap. So there's, like, a plane, a gap, then where you are. So evidently, you're already pretty high up. And then you go in, and you're told, okay, cool, Skyla is all the way over there at the other side of the room. You are here. You are in a wind tunnel. Walk there, over this, like, mesh fence and thing. Also, while you are trying to do this, keep an eye on the little spinny things. I don't remember what they're called, like the little things that they use to, like, measure wind speeds, because they will pick up, and, yeah, you should take cover when you see them picking up, because otherwise, you might just get blown away. It's like, that is horrendously unsafe. People will have died in that gym. Like, I have no doubt in my mind, people will have died in that gym. So, yeah, horrendously unsafe. Anyway, we are now one trainer away from arriving at Skyla, and because we had to swap to Ixion twice, I honestly think I might not Actually, I think I'm most of the way through level 36 now. I should hopefully still manage to get 37. Also, Skyla's ace will be level 42. I know that for a fact, because her ace is normally level 35, and therefore 35 boosted by 20%, and 35 divided by 5, 7. Simple as that. Easy. Easy, basic maths, done. Simple as that. Rock Slide, hopefully one-shot. Swoobat isn't the most bulky, 10 out of 10. And we got a completely unnecessary crit, but hey, I don't know if it was completely unnecessary, but I'll take it. Also, we learned how to do Stealth Rocks over Headbutt, because I haven't been using Headbutt much. And Stealth Rocks I can use to set up in this gym battle. But finally, Bulldog is going to evolve just in time for our 6th gym battle. Bulldog is going to evolve into Gigalith. And that is pretty good. I do quite like Gigalith. I don't think I've ever actually sat and used one in a playthrough before, mostly because, again, trade evolutions. But let's have a quick look at it real quick. 111. Okay, you know what? It's a couple of levels higher than Darmanitan, but the fact that it still has a... Like, even with a couple of levels on it, the fact that it has a couple of... The fact that it has higher physical attack than Darmanitan is kind of wild. Alright, so let's now put the Lucky Egg... Let's put the Lucky Egg on Zeb Striker real quick. And I'm gonna put the Expert Belt... on Darmanitan. Not for this fight, but for one that is coming up pretty much directly after. Like, the next important battle right after this. I still have the Plume Fossil in my inventory, just in case. Just because I don't want to revive it into Archon before I lose Gigalith. Ideally, I don't want to lose Gigalith, but you know what? I'd rather not lose a potential Archeops as well at the same time. And also, we are now 2 cannons away. You can tell you at the end here, because you're going through the hoops. This is the second worst cannon in this gym, because, bam, directly into the wall. Well, that's, like, another, like, horrendously unsafe thing. It just blasts you, like, face first into the wall. And anyway, we've now finally arrived at Skyla. Okay, so... Okay, I've been waiting for you. Did you enjoy flying with the help of the Mistralton Gym cannons? Then I tried enjoy. This time, let's try something else. So, what's our plan? Like, shoot her potential opponents into the wall so they're disoriented and can't battle properly? What's our plan here? Okay, so she leads with a Swoobat, level 40. Okay, so this should be pretty easy, all things considered. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to... Okay, it outspeeds and goes for Heart Stamp, okay. Okay, it gets a flinch, so that kind of sucks. But let's go for Stealth Rocks. Sets up Amnesia. Okay, so it goes for Amnesia. We get the Stealth Rocks up, which means that all of her subsequent Pokemon will take a bit of damage when they come in. I'm suddenly starting to feel a little bit concerned. And because, well, we don't have Sturdy anymore on our Gigalith. So I think it is time for me to actually swap out. I'll take a bit of damage from that, but I think a Bubble Beam from this range or a Scald will definitely kill. So I'll go out into my Zeb Striker for a quad effective Stab Spark. Okay, there's the Bubble Beam, which does a little, which does half. Let's just say it does half, because that's basically about as half can get when you have 103. And there we go, the quad effective Stab finishes that off. And in comes her final Pokemon, which is an Unpheasant, I believe. Okay, there we go. There's her Unpheasant. Takes a little bit more damage from the Stealth Rocks, and now let's go for Spark again. We do outspeed. Doesn't go for Quick Attack, so I don't know what it's going for. Maybe Taunt? Taunt, maybe? Okay, it's trying to set up a Razor Wind, which doesn't get any form of priority, and she can't heal now. So there goes So Ixion lands the Spark, knocks out the Unpheasant. And honestly, that was not quite as smooth as I would have liked, but I will take the win nonetheless. And, oh, let's learn Discharge. I'm gonna get rid of Thunder Wave for now. I can go back and buy the TM for Thunder Wave in Nimbasa City, so I'm not too worried about losing it just for now. You're an amazing trainer. Pokemon and I are happy because for the first time in a while we got to use by our full strength. Okay, so, with that is Gym Badge number 6 acquired. And with that, our level cap also now jumps up to 43, with our Ace being able to go to level 45. But obviously, well, you know, I'll be honest, I introduced the Ace rule, and honestly, I've done basically nothing with it. Anyway, I mean, I had the level caps, and I've been pretty much below them for every single fight, so... Well, really, why did I bother giving myself them? Anyway, with that, we earn our 6th badge, and Skyla mentions that while she was flying over Twist Mountain, she saw Team Plasma headed towards Isserus City. And also, here's Zen again. They may say it's for understanding one another better, but what trainers really use battles for is to compete, and they hurt each other's Pokemon. Am I the only one who finds this terribly painful? Whatever, I'm going to talk to your Pokemon. I've been living with Pokemon since I was born, so it's easier for me to talk with them than with people, because Pokemon never tell lies. Hey Gigalith, would you tell me what kind of trainer he is? Okay, got it. So Branch was born in New Vermitown, lives with his mom, and was given the Pokedex to start a journey to see the world. Still, this Gigalith trusts you for some reason. That's good. If every person in Pokemon cared about one another like you two do, I could watch over the future of people in Pokemon without having to liberate Pokemon from people who just use them. Getsus is using Team Plasma to search for some special stones, the Lightstone and Darkstone. These stones hold the essence of 2 legendary Pokemon. It's said that when they lost their physical form, they fell into a slumber and were transformed. Now they wait for the hero's arrival. I shall resurrect a legendary Dragon-type Pokemon from one of these stones and become its friend. That'll show the world that I'm the new hero. Everyone will follow what I say. My vision is to change the world without using force. Trying to change the world by force will just make others resist. If people resist, the ones that will be hurt are the innocent Pokemon used by foolish trainers. You understand, Pokemon aren't just tools for people to use. As a result, Pokemon trainers who care about one another like you and your Pokemon will be separated, and that does break my heart a little. And with that, N takes his leave once again. So, yeah, with that, we don't see N again for a little while. Okay, I say a little while, we'll see him again, like, after the next gym. Because, well, we're playing a Pokemon game and we have 6 badges, which means a lot of the big story stuff with the evil team happens after the 7th and before the 8th. However, Black and White is a little bit different when it comes to that. Anyway, I'm going to quickly pick up another Pokemon because I'm actually concerned about this next fight. So I am going to quickly pick up this Petalil that I have. The Petalil that I traded for Cottony for. So my Cottony got traded away, but I got, honestly, a Pokemon I like more out of it. So let's quickly give it the Eviolite. It's not being evolved yet. I want it to get to level 35 before I evolve it. However, for now, it's just as a safety precaution. Because I'm kind of scared of one Pokemon on my rival's team. I also want to talk to these kids, because basically they'll mention, hey, we left our treasure at the end of the runway. And pretty much, that means we can just get the TM for Aerial Ace for free. I mean, it's Aerial Ace, we probably won't even need to teach it to anything. But you know what? It's nice to have, you know? And also, on top of that, they don't actually have a Pokemon to teach it to, and they can just ask Skyla for another one. I mean, they say that, but it's like, in a region where TMs are infinite use, why would you need multiple copies? Whatever, it's fine. So now, let's just quickly head on out of here, and I want to just double check one little thing. What is Ixion's highest stat? Okay, definitely it's physical attack, okay. Pretty much, I am concerned about the rival fight that we have to do, and for some reason, and in a horrible twist of fate, the Pokemon I'm the most concerned about is the Elemental Monkey. Like, I hate the fact that that's the Pokemon I'm worried about, but yeah, I'm kind of worried about it. I think it's the first time it'll it'll be its evolved form too. Anyway, I'm gonna lead with Gigalef because I don't remember if he leads. I don't remember if it's Unpheasant or Liepard he leads with. Okay, so now since we both have the Jet badge, let's figure out who's stronger. Okay, so what will Reshiram have here for us to deal with? First things first, he leads with his Unpheasant. Good to know. Okay, so this Unpheasant, we've just fought some. We know it will have Razor Wind. We know it will have Taunt. I think it'll have Quick Attack. Okay, it does go for Taunt, so probably for the best if I didn't try to go for whatchamacallit. If I didn't go for Stealth Rocks. And now the question is, does that kill? 3. Okay. So maybe... Okay, I think Rock Slide probably would have done about the same amount. So maybe I needed the Stealth Rocks to guarantee the kill. Either way, we now finish off the Unpheasant because Sharon, I don't think he ever heals. Okay, so there goes that. In comes Servine. This will be the last time we see it as Servine, because normally it would be level 35, and obviously it evolves at 36. So I'm going to swap to Darmanitan, and hopefully, and this is why I gave it the Expert Belt, I'm hoping I can just Flare Blitz and one-shot him. Coil is Coil is a little bit scary though, because basically it's better Hone Claws, basically. Because Hone Claws is just attack and accuracy, Coil does the same thing, but also it gives a defense boost. But Flare Blitz, Expert Belt boosted, just destroys that Servine, which is very good for me. Okay, here comes Simipour, here comes the Threat. Now, Petalil, I did bring it for the sole purpose of this, but I'm going to swap to Tomoe first, because I'm going to predict the Scald, and honestly, if I don't get burned, I think I can handle it. But if I get burned, it's a problem. Okay, I didn't get burned, so there we go. That's good. Okay, we get hit with another Scald. I need this to not burn again. Okay, Revenge might just kill outright this time. I hope it does. And if not, we can hopefully at least... If I did nothing. Wow. Okay, let's go for X's, I suppose. Okay, no burn. No burn or we lose our starter. Okay, no burn. Simple. Good. This Simipour is, like, alarmingly bulky. What's up with that? Do I outspeed with my Zeb Striker? I'm gonna swap out. Maybe it won't go for Skull because as we're so low. It might go for something else. No, it still goes for Scald. And that hits for too much. I'm gonna go for Spark. We do outspeed, and that should kill now. However, I'm now also in a bad position here. Because I think like his Liepard may still have Pursuit. Level 40. It might not have it anymore. I'm gonna swap out. I'm gonna swap out to Krokorok and hope it doesn't. Okay, he didn't go for Pursuit, even if he has it, so that's good. And hopefully Krokorok can handle this. Get the Intimidate drop. Slash won't do too much now. Okay, that did still a bit too much for my liking, but we should be okay. We get outsped. So I'm gonna probably swap out next turn because of the high crit chance. Because the high crit chance is, you know, just a little bit on the scary side. Okay, that heals with something. What's it have? Okay, it had a Citrus, okay. So we'll swap out to Gigalith because, well, realistically, what can he do to Gigalith? The answer is probably nothing. Okay, and there's a Slash, which does, like, 8 damage. Okay, that Slash absolutely did... Like, the Rocky Helmet absolutely did more damage than the Slash did there. And now we just land Rock Slide and finish him off. 10 out of 10. Another win without any losses, but it was a very close call. Okay, so that is Sharon defeated once again. That was a fine Pokemon battle. I'm happy to see both are growing as trainers. And also, here's Alda stood atop a cliff. Alda likes jumping off high things. That's something you realise between Black and White 1 and Black and White 2. If it isn't Champion Alda, I'm weak, so I lost. And honestly, it bothers me when you call it a fine battle despite that. Oh, honestly, Sharon, just accept the compliment without a stinging remark. I've asked you this before, but what do you plan to do after becoming strong? If I get strong and become a champion, that'll be the reason for my existence. I want to prove that I'm really living. You remind me of Marshall. Of course, having something you want to become is important, but what's even more important is what you do with your newfound power. Anyway, take this. And this is where we get the HM for Surf. So now we gain access to so many more places. If you use the move Surf, you can travel over water. I shall see you again, young trainers. Don't forget about the needs of the Pokemon at your side. What I do with my power? I don't know that answer yet. First I want to become a strong trainer so everyone will acknowledge that power. Next time, I will win. I mean, I hope you don't, buddy, because the next time I fight you is, like, after the 8th gym. And I'll be honest, if I got to the 8th gym and then lost my Nuzlocke, I'd be very annoyed. Like, if I beat the 8th gym and then lost, I would be very annoyed. In fact, I would be more than annoyed. I'd be livid. Mostly because I'd feel like I kind of wasted my time. Anyway, we'll hopefully not have to deal with that. Anyway, let's quickly just run back and heal before we do anything else. Because I also don't want to go through Trust Mountain yet. Trust Mountain will be the next episode. Because I now have many things I want to go and do. Actually, honestly, the next episode might just be... Actually, yeah, I'll do that. What I'll do is I will go and get my encounter in Twist Mountain. I'll go and get my encounter in Twist Mountain. And then the next episode will just be a whole bunch of new stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'll take the Lucky Egg. Actually, what I'll do is I'll give the Lucky Egg to Petalil now. This may be a bad idea on my part, but I'm going to give the Lucky Egg to Petalil. Because I think this hiker does fight me. And therefore, I can get a ton of experience onto Petalil. Hopefully get it up to level 35 in the near future. Evolve it into Lilligant and actually get it on the team. Even proper. Okay, he leads with a Bulldog. That's level 41. Okay, that's scary, actually. Let's go for Leech Seed. I'll set up a Leech Seed, and hopefully it doesn't go for, like, Rock Slide. Well, there goes the Petalil. That's dead. Well, there goes my Grass-type idea. Honestly, I should have seen it was level 41 and just let it go, because, yeah, that was entirely my fault. That was genuinely stupid of me. Like, that is up there with the most obvious deaths I could have avoided, right next to, like, the Geodude in Heart Gold. Sorry, in Soul Silver. I physically own Heart Gold, so I always just default to that, but I played Soul Silver on the channel. Anyway, honestly, I might just roll the clip of that again, because honestly, I don't think I'll ever live that one down. It's like, oh, I have a Geodude. Oh, it's just a Bellsprout. It's just a few levels lower than me. I can obviously take the Vine Whip. Dead. Immediately. And that's level 41 Gerda. This is actually kind of scary. Tomoe, you can handle this. And also, Krokorok will evolve if we manage to get out of this fight, so that's good. Okay, Scary Face, don't need to worry about that. I do have priority if it comes down to it. Now let's go for a Razor Shell. We should be able to take a Rock Slide fairly comfortably. I did 29 damage, I did a lot less than I expected it to be totally honest. So let's just hopefully manage to get through here. Okay, Razor Shell lands, and does a little under half. I'm going to go for Revenge now, because we should be able to take the Rock Slide. We take the Rock Slide, land for Revenge, and even if this doesn't kill, I can now finish it off with Aqua Jet. Oh no, that did nowhere near as much as I would have thought it would. Okay, let's just go for Aqua Jet now. Hopefully this will finish it off. It doesn't. Hopefully Tomoe lives this. Okay, now we finish it off with an Aqua Jet. That was needlessly scary. Not gonna lie. Like, that was genuinely worrying. Also, Tomoe can go up to level 45 now, so that's good. We don't need Encore though, so that's not good. But hey, Krokorok leveled up, hit level 40. Wants to learn Foul Play. Well, I will get rid of Assurance for that. Foul Play is really strong. Okay, so with that, we can now fight. Well, we can now say goodbye to Krokorok, because now it's reaching its final form. So now we have most of a team assembled. I am still genuinely upset about losing that Petalil though. Honestly, I should have seen the level and just swapped out. I don't know why I didn't. But anyway, we now have Crocodile. There we go. So we now have Crocodile. I am a big fan of Crocodile. It was the first Gen 5 Pokemon I ever actually trained up to level 100. And, well, let's have a quick look at it. Because it is fast, it is strong, and it has a lot of health. Genuinely, Crocodile, one of my favorite Gen 5 Pokemon. And I am going to lead with Gigalith, because I figure I might as well get my encounter in Twist Mountain. I'll get my Twist Mountain encounter, and then I'll end off the episode. And then I'll go and get something. Oh, I should have stood on that. I could have got an Excadrill, potentially. Okay, Woobat. Wait. I got a Woobat. This is perfect. This is actually the perfect encounter. This is actually 100% guaranteed the perfect encounter for me here. Because I have Mistralton Cave left as an encounter. Like, as a place I don't have an encounter. And in there, you can find Bulldor, you can find Woobat, and you can find Axew. I am now if I catch this, I am guaranteed Axew. Which means I get a guaranteed Haxorus. And that is ridiculously powerful. And, well, if you've played Pokemon since Gen 5 and have ever used Haxorus, you probably know that it hits like a train. I mean, at this point I have multiple Pokemon that hit like a train, but Haxorus gets, like, look, all I'm saying is, if I get a Haxorus, and I can, like, set up 2 or 3 Dragon Dances on it, it will sweep anything in this game. Like, pretty comfortably. This Woobat is, you know, suddenly deciding it wants to be a bit difficult, though. I do have a Dusk Ball, I could just go and use that. I should just go and use that. And also, this potential Woobat could also replace Gothorita as a potential Psychic type for the team. So, yeah, that isn't too bad. Its habitat is dark forests and caves, so now we have a woobat as well. So that is very nice. Okay, so I'm going to leave Twist Mountain and end off today's episode here, because in between episodes I'm going to go back, heal, and do all that, and then, well, the next episode we won't actually be going through Twist Mountain. In the next episode, we are going to be going around the Unova region just in general, to get to places that we haven't had access to previously, with Surf, and just collecting a whole bunch of new items and encounters and stuff. So I'm going to end this one off here, and yeah, feel free to leave a comment or click any buttons down below if you feel so inclined, and I will hopefully see you all in the next one for, well, going around the Unova region and doing stuff before we go through Twist Mountain in the episode after. Okay, thanks for watching. Later.